Happy Saturday, Texas. It's April 3rd, 2021, and we're back with you on your Saturday morning. Each week, we are diving into different business topics and learning from boss babes who are leveling all the way up. But first, let me welcome my beautiful co-host, Wendy Morales, and
Oh,
yes, girlfriend. Yes, girlfriend. And Michelle Hammonds. She's back with us this morning. She's the beauty life coach on Instagram. You all follow her. She's giving us all the feels every day when it comes to beauty and life. And we're kicking the conversation off this morning with family. So, Michelle, take it away.
Yes, I am so thankful to be back. Thank you for having me. I absolutely loved being on the show last week and connecting with some incredible women. And to me, as we talk about family, social media is definitely a part of our family, of course. But how young is too young for social media?
Wendy,
yeah.
you take it away. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can touch on that. And I think, my kids, as they're getting older, so I've been able to, kind of be in on that with them. And for the older one, she got the tail end of social media of how intense it is. But for the younger ones, I think I'd like to say seventh, eighth grade is a good time to allow them on. There's so much pressure that comes on with social media. And I think that they have to be able to, I think they have to be old enough to know the difference between what's real and what's
Mm.
not real. What they can really say, oh, well, I should be like that, or oh, no, I should not be like that. But that's kind of how I feel. What about you, Natalie? Like, you have little ones. What is your thought on this?
Yeah, so my children, my twins are 3, my daughter is 6, and she is already obsessed with YouTube. So I'm embarrassed to say all 3 of them have their own cell phones, but they're refurbished. They're refurbished, so they were inexpensive. They don't have a phone number. You cannot call my babies. So they can just connect to Wi-Fi.
Not
But
on my baby.
all 3 of them are always like, "Where's the blue phone? Where's my red phone? Where's my iPad?" And it's like, good grief.
Yeah.
And just touching on the topic of family this morning, it's important to remember a lot of families are continuing to grieve. Okay, we're never going to forget 2020, I think, was the hardest year for anyone living today. And although it seems, right, that there's this light at the end of this COVID tunnel because of the vaccine, we can't forget that many people are still mourning the loss of loved ones. And I know this hits super hard for us because our sweet Wendy lost her mother to COVID just a short time ago. Your brother-in-law, you lost him as well to COVID. And this was all within the last 6 months. I'm literally, honest to God, getting goosebumps just talking about this, Wendy. And, it's been amazing watching you. Yeah, it's been amazing watching you push through this. What advice do you have for people that, and I didn't expect, like, I wrote the script. I knew we were going to talk about this today, but I just love you so much and admire you so much, Wendy, because you started this show, I think, about 90 days after your mom had passed away from COVID. God rest her soul.
Wow.
And you said yes to this opportunity. And I hadn't met you before, but you show up looking all in your Wendy. Okay. Gone with the Wendy. Okay. Follow her on Instagram. And how is this beautiful soul smiling and moving forward day after day after day with 2 very close people to you passing through COVID? Talk about what it's been like during this just struggle, and any tips that you might have to help other women and men, families push through this.
Well, Natalie, first I'd like to begin by saying I love you. I love you for letting me have the opportunity, to be part of this, because this, besides, having grace and God is always first. Family, your support, friends, they're everything. But this opportunity that you gave me has helped me truly push through. Um, I feel, that what I can say is take on opportunities. Grieving is the most difficult thing that I've ever had to learn to do.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
taking on opportunities, experiences, new hobbies. But this opportunity, for example, I feel like God placed it in my life along with you, Natalie, at the right time, because not only does it keep me focused, it keeps me motivated, it keeps me excited, and it gives me something to look forward to and something new that, keeps me away from going into a dark space. So Natalie, thank you for
Wendy,
giving me that
Wendy,
opportunity.
Wendy, I love
It's
you,
everything
honey.
to me. It's
You
everything.
inspire me so much. Wendy, you are this calming soul. I tell you this all the time. You have just this calmness, this peacefulness within you. And I just admire you so much. I'm always running around like on 1000. And I just always think about you. I'm like, what would Wendy do? What would Wendy do? And you are just my big sissy. I'm learning from you all the time. And you talk about grace, honey. You are the queen of grace. And just, this is a beautiful thing. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hey everyone, my name is Belinda. I'm a busy mom from a small town in West Texas. I wear many hats throughout my day, from mom, wife, CFO, and having my own YouTube channel. Pretty much anything thrown my way, I'll give it a try. I share a ton of different tips over on my YouTube, from cooking, cleaning, and organizing your home to all things mom. I would love to share all this with you. Find me over on all of my socials for the latest, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel under Belinda & Co.
If you have not tried Instagram Reels, which is a way for you to achieve more reach and more virality for free, I have 3 tips that will inspire you to incorporate Instagram Reels in your content marketing strategy and social media strategy. The first one is pay attention to trends and news. The algorithm loves fresh content. The second one is, while the algorithm will send you suggestions, don't hesitate to start a trend, especially when it comes to new content that you are the one who is talking about something that it's so different and so unique. People and the algorithm will love it. The third tip is keep trying. The more reach your account has, that means that you'll be saving in marketing budget. Accounts that are using Instagram Reels to reach their audience organically are saving up to 60% in marketing budget. I can definitely put together a strategy that will help you to increase that reach and save in your marketing budget.
Welcome back to the Connect Show. And you know what? The show is just going to get better and better. We're excited for our next guest. She is addicted to be better, and you can be too. So, Christy Primmer, welcome to the show all the way from Canada. Good morning.
Hi, ladies.
So excited you're here. So let me get your resume together because it's long. You're a TV host, you're an author, you're a coach teaching women how to live a luxe life while maintaining independence and self-love.
I'm so excited to hear how you began and how all of this began for you.
Yeah, I love that question, and thank you so much for this opportunity. So I started at my career as a registered trauma counselor, and I've transitioned to being a success coach for women looking for greater impact, influence, and income. And through my books and through my television show and the coaching work I do, I'm empowering women to get back into the driver's seat of their own lives and to make decisions from a place of certainty, not fear.
So, and you've got your hands in so much, from TV to being an author, to coaching women on how to live a luxe life. So why do you feel that women have such limiting beliefs?
I love that question, Wendy, because I honestly feel like women diminish their personal power by serving everyone else before themselves. I teach from self-care from 6 different angles to empower women to put themselves first so they can be sound and confident and comfortable in who they are, so they show up to live and love better with the people around them that are important.
So what do you think stops women from living their best lives? Because I think we know that as women, we're always putting the kids first. We're putting our husbands first. We're putting our jobs first, in certain capacities. But sometimes we're not putting ourselves first. And I think today we're hearing more about self-love than ever. What's slowing us down?
I honestly believe, Natalie, that a lot of women are stuck in the fear trap. We want success, but we feel guilty. We have mom guilt, we have wife guilt. We want to be the good girl. We want to be the woman that does everything for everyone else. And what happens is we sacrifice our own needs and desires.
So let's talk about your TV show in Canada. Oh my goodness. We're hitting on all these different things that are so inspiring. We have viewers all over the world. And can you tell us about the show?
My show, Women Who Lead, is featured on Kojiko, which is a local network. And I pitched the show 2 years ago with the intention of providing a platform that would empower, educate, and promote women doing great work. We're going into season 3, and it's just been incredible. I literally pitched it on my own and always knew, when you know God has a calling for your life and you don't know how it's going to happen, but you have to do the work and and trust it will happen.
Yes.
Women Who Lead. That's how it came about.
So good.
And I know that of course you have the show so people can watch you on the show, but also if people want to reach out to you and to do these classes or the motivation, how can they find you?
I love that, Wendy. Yeah, I'm all over Instagram. That's my favorite platform. My link to my website, my books, and everything else that I'm up to is in my bio there.
Well, Christy, we are all in for a treat because you are going to be joining us on the show all spring long, teaching us how to live a luxe life, how to be the mom, how to be the wife, how to keep the sex going, right? And you're teaching us all the things, right? So we are looking forward to it because, like you say, we can have it all.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Yes.
And we'll take a quick break and be right back. But first, Chef Tommy Vincent is in the building. Yay! And we'll pull up a seat at her table. And what do you have for us this week, Tommy?
You're at the table with Tommy Vincent, where there is always a seat with your name on it. If you were with us last week, you received your heart work for putting your line of demarcation in the sand to ensure that you will be the CEO of you. Moving forward into this week, we are going to get started in working on this week's heart work from the You Will, and that's YOUWILL. This week, our focus is, I will be authentically me. Now that is so much easier said than done, because who we are today is oftentimes predicated upon what they say and the environments and the atmospheres that have morphed us into the people that we are today. Your hard work for this week is going for you to be able to determine an action that will cause you to embrace and to reveal the authenticity of who you are. Who are you really? Now, I want to thank you so much for joining me at this virtual table today. And make sure that you follow along with Stay a While podcast on Apple Podcasts and anywhere that you listen to your podcast. And you can also follow along with us on Instagram at Stay a While Show. Now remember, life happens at the table. So please meet me there. I look forward to speaking with you next week.
Welcome back to the show. So our next guest is queening in her purpose. Yes. Welcome Sierra Parker to the show. Hi, Sierra.
Hi.
Well, she is a mother, a motivational speaker, and CEO of an awesome nonprofit we're going to learn about today called Queening in My Purpose. You're checking in from San Antonio. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. Excited to be here with you ladies today.
Sierra, tell us about this empire you're building.
Yeah, so I am Sierra Parker, the brand. It is a powerhouse of a queen that bet on herself and is winning. So we umbrella several brands, several business lines under I am Sierra Parker, the brand. We have Queening in My Purpose, which is a nonprofit organization. Sierra and the Girls Boutique. We have I Design Marketing and Branding. And then we also have She Inspires, She Hosts Event Management. So that's what the brand is about. And again, it houses everything that I have going.
Wow, that is incredible. You obviously are a master and you are just incredible at building brands. I know that all of us in this world where we are doing more things on the computer and starting our own businesses and being more inspired and empowered, that we need those tips. We need to learn from the master herself on how to queen in our business. And what are some tips that you have when it comes to building our brand?
A tip that I have is that you must have confidence in yourself and your service that you're offering. If you don't believe in what you're offering and what you're standing for, then how can you convince someone else that this is what they need as well? Marketing and mindfulness. You need clean and consistent marketing. It is a must. I think that having your brand, having your colors and your logo is very important. When someone sees a certain color scheme together, they should know automatically, oh, I know that's QIMP, or I know that's Queening in My Purpose. And then mindfulness, everything you do is under the scope. So stay original and authentic from the beginning, and then you won't allow the opinion of people or the numbers to sway what you're doing or to make you feel like what you're doing is insignificant. So I think that ensure that it's what your purpose is, ensure it's something you truly believe in. Therefore, nothing can waver in the times where you may not see the numbers rising. You're still confident in knowing what you're doing is making a difference.
I love that, Sierra. And you know, we visited on the phone over the weekend before coming on television together. And you said, you know, the money will come. Use the free social media, right? Use the free Facebook. These places are free. I mean, it's free advertising. And I think it's important that we remember that's free. The money will come. How can people sign up for your membership that's launching later this month?
Yes. So you can visit IamSierraParkerTheBrand.com. The registration is there. It starts April 25th through June the 6th. And the name of the program is Stories on the Other Side of Intentional Living. So very excited. Hope to see you guys attend one day. Come out and hang out. Come of that.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. You are such an inspiration. Thank you so much for sharing and about your membership. I'm so excited for what God has for that. It's going to be incredible. So many women are going to be so set free and aligned with their purpose, girl. You're incredible. I love it. And coming up next is Amanda, the Biz Coach. She's checking in from Dallas. She'll be sharing all about her popular networking group called Dallas Girl Gang. So you guys stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brooke Stubbs, board-certified internal medicine physician and owner of Rooted Fem, a concierge medical practice with a focus on lifestyle interventions. Did you know that the first line of treatment for most modifiable chronic disease is actually lifestyle changes? First, steel cut or rolled oats, nothing processed. Blueberries that provide a lot of fiber and antioxidants. Green or cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and or spinach. Walnuts, which provide a whole lot of omega-3 value. And beans, which have a great fiber content, which will improve your gut health and your immunity as well. If you need any more helpful tips on your health journey and would like some accountability, go to rootedfem.com to sign up for an appointment with me today.
Happy Saturday and welcome to this weekend's Mortgage Minute on the Connect Show. I wanted to recap a little bit about last Saturday's Mortgage Minute where we discussed the advantages of owning your own property versus renting. And the biggest advantage we all know is you're putting money into an asset that you own. So this week we're going to talk about how can that money work for you. One way is called a cash out refinance. In Texas, by law, we are allowed to borrow up to 80% of the equity in our current home, minus anything we owe. Once we borrow that money, what can it do for you? There are several things. One is maybe you want to do some home improvements. Use that equity in your current home to build a pool, add a garage, add on, whatever that looks like. You can use that equity for whatever reason you want in that home improvement. Maybe you have a kid going off to college. We all know that can be expensive, and so we can use our equity for that reason. Or you want to buy some investment property and build up that real estate portfolio. There are so many things that equity can do to benefit you, and I would love the opportunity to discuss all those options with you. Feel free to reach out, and we will see you guys next Saturday on The Connect Show.
Well, welcome back to the Connect Show. The fun continues on your Saturday. And Amanda's in Dallas. She is up next. Good morning, Amanda. So happy to have you with us.
Good morning, girls. How's it going?
Good. Well, this is really amazing. You've created a phenomenal networking group out of Dallas. It's called Dallas Girl Gang with more than 50,000 members. So I'm just excited to hear about how you got started with such an incredible group of women.
Yeah. So first of all, thanks for having me on. I love anytime I get to be in a girl party of any sense. So excited to be here. But I was a teacher for 7 years, and I started a Facebook group. I grew up here. I moved away, came back, kind of was starting over. And as we all know, being adult women, it is weird to find friends and network and be like, hi, my name's so-and-so. Would you like to be my friend? And so I wanted to take the weirdness and the awkwardness out of it and created a space where people can network online and in person.
So can you please give us tips for women looking to build networking groups or memberships? I would love to know.
Absolutely. I think it really, I founded it on the purpose of something that came from a need within myself. I'm a very extroverted person, but not everybody is like that. And it is hard to just get out there and introduce yourself to people. And so I really did it selfishly for myself. And then as people joined and told their friends, I just continued to ask, what do you guys want? Where are you in your life? What do you need? And so I think if anybody's going to start a community, look at the people that are already in front of you and how can you continue to actually serve them. I think oftentimes we can create something that we think is super cool and really fun, but at the end of the day, if no one asks for it, is it going to be impactful and is it going to be necessary? And so asking people, what do you need and how can I serve you?
With COVID, how have you been able to continue building and growing through it? Can you talk about that? Share that with us?
Absolutely. I think it's something that was super difficult for a lot of people. And it wasn't like we didn't have our issues, especially if you're an event-based business like we are or were. We had lots of people cancel their tickets and refunds and, deposits for events that just didn't happen. But people need community. I think we all know this now more than ever. And it sounds so incredibly cliche, but we're just not designed as women or as people to be alone, to be by ourselves, not in contact with other people. And so we had to find ways, virtual events, group chats in the Facebook group. People started making their own group chats out of the Facebook group into Facebook Messenger, Instagram chat groups on Instagram and now Clubhouse. But I think we've just been able to really reach more people through our podcast and just double down on the things that were digital and that were still reaching people and continuing to ask them, how can we serve you? What's going on? What do you need?
Dallas Girl Gang, you're offering events, engaged community, and encouraging content for women in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But as we know, girl, you're global. So guys, make sure you find Amanda and the Brunch Squad, right? Even if it's just to go have lunch.
Oh, yeah.
You have a spot for them. So where can they find you? Your website one more time, please.
DallasGirlGang.com. And then my Instagram handle is on the screen.
So happy you're here, Amanda. Gang, gang. Yes.
Gang, gang.
And I knew you loved music because, girl, your Instagram, it's popping. Okay. So love it. Yes, Amanda. I knew you were special. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
Hi there. Thanks for joining me. This week, I want to talk to you about investing in real estate. When is the right time? How do you start? And am I too young? I help a lot of first-time home buyers purchase their first property, and I'd like to share a conversation that we actually have with our adult children. So you're going to buy your first home, or any home actually that you're going to live in as your primary homestead, and your down payment can be as little as 3.5% or 5%. Now imagine if you live in that home for some years and then you decide you need a bigger house. But instead of selling the house, you keep it as a rental, and then you do it again, and then you do it again with 5% down each time you upgrade your home. You could do that 3 or 4 times, and now you have 3 or 4 rental properties that are income producing. So 15% out of your bank account, 20% out of your bank account, and you have 3 or 4 properties. Or you could buy one investment property and put 20% down. This is a great way that our kids have used to start acquiring rental properties. It's just one house at a time. And instead of selling, keep it. It's a great way to have a second stream of income. See you next week.
Good morning. This week's tech tip is going to be something to think about. So I know a lot of companies have gone to what we like to call a BYOD, which is bring your own device. Basically, they give some type of reimbursement or monthly stipend to employees to utilize their own personal cell phone or mobile device. And yes, this can be a great cost-saving measure for my clients. What I like to talk to my clients about is what happens when that employee is on leave, or what happens when that employee separates. And this mobile device number is the main point of contact that they have for your company. A lot of times they're not by default going to reach out to the main office. However, if they have a hosted phone system and the employee is actually utilizing a mobile app, which has a direct inward dial number, then what's going to happen is if that employee is on leave, you can always redirect that DID number. Or the thing is, if the employees left the company, you can always redirect it to the main line so that when your clients are calling in every single time, they're getting your company. And the number is not going where, which can actually be lost business or people going to your competitors, and nobody likes that.
Oh, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the show today. So much fun with you ladies. I cannot tell you all of the inspiration and love that I feel on this Saturday morning. So love you both. And thank you for just a fantastic day, especially you, Wendy. You really touched my heart today. So I'm excited for next week. I don't know what it looks like, but it's going to be good.
Yes, oh my goodness, so honored to be a part. Thank you for sharing. So grateful for all these incredible women. And if you guys want to catch past episodes that are going to empower you to live your best life and say yes to your dreams, then check out our YouTube at Natalie's Network. You don't want to miss out.
It's been so wonderful being with y'all today on this Saturday, and especially those that are watching, thank you so much. And keep up with the Connect by joining our membership networking group today at www.theconnectonline.com.
Thank you again for watching, and we hope that you have an amazing weekend.
Bye.